Have you ever played a video game where you know 30 seconds into it that it's going to be a disaster? Well, that's Conan for the NES in a nutshell. This game does so fucking much wrong that I actually think 30 seconds was too optimistic. No, more like 10 fucking seconds. That's how long it took me to hate this game with a passion. And if you play this game, I can guarantee that it'll take you a minute or less before you get so pissed off that you'll throw your controller or your keyboard out the window. So anyway, let's get into it. Conan for the NES. To begin, the graphics in this game are fucking atrocious. Look at the Conan sprite. Could you look any more tiny and featureless if they tried? In fact, if this game weren't named Conan, would you really think that's Conan? From what I've read, Conan was this big guy who was built like a brick shithouse. He's not some fucking midget who looks like Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. And as if Conan didn't look bad enough, look at this fucking background. What the fuck, did they have like a 5-color palette or what? Could they have made the background look any more bland and featureless if they tried? Oh, we'll just throw in some shit brown, a little black, and a tiny bit of puke yellow, and that'll do nicely. You know, if I didn't see the title screen telling me that this game came out in 1990, I would have never believed it. Compare the graphics in this game to a game that came out in the same year, in this case Journey to Silius. Look at the attention to detail in Journey to Silius. Look at how the game designers actually made it look like there was a real background and not just a black fucking void. You can tell just by looking at the openings of both games that Sunsoft actually gave a shit about making a game that not only played well, but looked well too. And speaking of playing well, that's one thing that Conan sure as hell doesn't do. When you start out, you're attacked immediately and given no time to react or even get used to the controls of the environment. That's right, the game designers were so fucking considerate that they figured, what the hell, let's not give you a grace period, let's just fuck with you right away. Not only that, the game drops you right into the action with no backstory or clues about what you have to do. Admittedly, I haven't read the manual, so maybe it tells you what to do. But even so, most games are pretty intuitive, even without the manual. You know what to do. You go to the right, you kill some bad guys, you collect an item, you get to the boss, you kill the boss, proceed to the next level. But not this fucking game, oh no! After 2 motherfucking hours, I still didn't have the foggiest fucking clue about what the hell to do. That's right, 2 fucking hours. Now, I'm no member of Mensa, but Christ, I'm not a fucking doof either. I think I could figure it out if they gave me some kind of clue or hint. But oh, no. All I could do was just run around in circles for 2 fucking hours like an asshole. Would it have fucking killed them to give you the least little hint or a sign? Or maybe even just, like, tell you what the fuck you had to do? But oh no, we can't do that. Finally, I got so fed up that I went to GameFAQs.com and used the walkthrough there. And this is what you have to do. First, you have to go around killing these annoying fucking flying green demons and these skeletons until one of them drops a sword. Then you pick up the sword and go over to the hanging skeleton and chop it down with one blow. Once it's down, you have to stand around like an asshole waiting for a purple demon with a pitchfork to appear. Once it shows up, you kill it with one of your fireballs and pick up the pitchfork that it leaves. Then you go all the way over to the lion boss that shoots fireballs and kill it with one shot from the pitchfork. And after that, you go all the way to the right to the end of the level and leave. Oh, but if you think that's a piece of cake, think again. Because not only do you have to contend with all these annoying fucking enemies that respawn every 2 seconds, you also have to contend with the awful controls. Seriously, I don't think I've ever seen a game with controls this counterintuitive. For instance, B is to kick and A is to punch. Now that's all well and good, but the problems start coming in when you have to jump. To jump straight up, you just press up. Now, I'm not really a big fan of games where you have to press up to jump, but in some of them, like Kung Fu, it's not too bad. But unfortunately, unlike Kung Fu, you can't attack in the air while jumping at all, so if you jump, you're defenseless. Not only that, if one of these annoying flying green demons hits you in midair, it'll be like you hit a wall and you'll stop and fall straight down instead of falling forward. Even worse, if you press down, instead of ducking, you'll do a forward jump. That's right. Who the fuck thought this idea up? In almost every single game, if you press down, you duck. But not this fucking game, oh no. If you press down, you go hurtling forward like someone stuck a firecracker up your ass. Also, if you want to pick up a weapon, you can't just walk over it. Instead, you have to press B or A and down. And you have to do it just right. If you press down, then B or A, then you'll accidentally jump forward. Which is especially nice if you're near a flaming pit, because then you'll fall right in and die. Even accessing the inventory screen is a pain in the ass. Instead of pushing start and pausing the game like any normal game would do, this one makes you press select. And not only that, to get out of the inventory screen, you don't just push select again, oh no, you have to press B or A. Why couldn't the game designers let you cycle through the weapons in real time by pressing select repeatedly? Or hell, if they couldn't do that, why didn't they just let you press start to pause, and then cycle through the weapons by pressing up and down or left and right? But oh no, we can't do that, we wouldn't want the fucking game to be controllable. Not to mention the fact that the controls are sluggish as hell. I'm serious. If you jump with Conan, it feels like you're jumping through the fucking Matrix in bullet time. It's so goddamn sluggish, it's like he's got lead weights on his shoes. As for hit detection, forget it. It's piss poor in this game. Unless you use the fireballs, you'll usually end up stabbing, kicking, or punching your enemies about 20 times before they go down. Not only that, sometimes these fucking green demons will walk right through you, or you have to stab them at point blank range to kill them. That's right, they can walk right into your blade, and they won't die if they touch the tip, but if they touch the hilt, they'll get killed. What fucking sense does this make? And as if all that shit wasn't enough, then these game designers put in tiny little spaces in between the rock platforms, so if you just walk straight forward and you don't jump, you'll fall right through the space and die. That's right, this little tiny space that's what? An inch? And you'll fall through it and die. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I swear, if I didn't know any better, I would think that these game programmers deliberately put in these collision detection issues and these control problems just to fucking piss you off. Or worse, maybe the game programmers were so stupid and incompetent that they didn't have the skill to get the glitches out of this game. I mean, what can you say about programmers who were so fucking lazy that they couldn't even bother to put in a game over screen? That's right, the most basic thing in a game ever, the game over screen, and they couldn't even put that in there. When you lose your last life, you just jump back to the main title screen. Oh, and I just love the sound effects, especially the sound of the sword hitting bones. It sounds like a Terminator endoskeleton trying to masturbate with a frying pan. And if you think level 2 is going to redeem the game somehow, well, think again. Not only do the game designers continue not giving you any clues on how to beat the level, they also continue to play dirty. Like this part here with the woman. When I first got to this area, I didn't think she was a boss. Hell, I didn't even think she was an enemy, but if you try to walk past her, she'll kill you instantly. What's even worse, though, is that there's no boss life meter or indicators to show that she's taking damage. You know, like flashing, or stumbling back, or fading in and out. No, they couldn't even be bothered to put that simple shit in here. So to beat her, you have to hit her a few times with fireballs, then walk past her and pray she disappears instead of turning into a snake and killing you. From there, you keep running right and killing enemies until you get to the next level. But if you want to keep on playing this game after all the shit it's put you through, all I can say is that you're really fucking stupid and masochistic. Overall, I think the worst thing about this game is that someone already made the perfect Conan game 3 years earlier. It was called Roston, and it came out for the arcade in 1987. If they had just taken the basic design of this game and made an 8-bit version of it, it would have been perfect. Hell, they would have had a license to coin money. But then I have to hand it to the bastards at Mindscape. Rather than making an 8-bit version of Roston like the one for the Sega Master System, they took the game Myth, History in the Making and remade it very badly. Way to go, guys. Way to go. So in conclusion, what was so fucking difficult about Conan that the game designers couldn't get it right? It's the simplest concept in the world. Big guy with big sword goes around hacking fucking monsters to death. What was so difficult about that? Christ, if you could fuck up Conan, what can't you fuck up? If you're looking for a real Conan experience, go play Roston and stay the fuck away from this shit, because believe me, it's not worth your time. This is Film and Stuff signing off. Thanks for watching. It sounds like a Terminator endoskeleton trying to masturbate with a frying pan.